In the resource planning module of Projectworx, you can define the employees or teams required to complete your project work packages and the amount of time they should invest in them. This data can then be used to generate a multi-project view that shows which employees or teams are working on which projects and how the resource allocation changes over time. Resource planning is carried out within your project's Gantt plan. Right-clicking on a work package allows you to select the Resource Requests option from the context menu. In this window you can see which resources are already allocated to this work package. New entries can be added using the plus button. You can plan your resources either for an entire team or for a team along with a specific team member. Planning for the entire team is useful, for example, when you don't know yet which person will be assigned to this work package but want to reserve the required hours within the team. This reduces the team's availability during the duration of our work package, and project managers from other projects can see precisely how much capacity is still available for their projects. In a subsequent planning step, a team leader can then allocate these rough team capacities directly to the team members. If you already know which employee is being allocated, you can select them in the designated column. I save the row using the button and can now manually add more rows or click the Quick Assignment button. Here I see all the employees who are either already used in my project or are part of the project team and belong to a team role that can be used as a resource. For instance, the team role customer is disregarded in this context. I can quickly click on all the employees I want to add here. This generates blank rows for these resources where I only need to enter the required hours. Pressing the Enter key automatically saves the row. After closing the window, you can see to the right of the work package bar, it lists the resources allocated to it. All these employees can now also see in their calendar or time recording view which work packages they have been allocated to and can easily book hours against them. There is another short video demonstrating this. The hours we have entered are automatically distributed across the work package's duration. You can see this by activating the Resources button. The new resource area is added below the Gantt plan, so we have to scroll down a bit, and then we click on a work package. Weekly values are now displayed. The planned hours for each resource are evenly distributed across all weeks of the work package's duration, but it's calculated on a daily basis. For instance, if a work package starts on a Wednesday, the starting week will have fewer hours than the week next to it, where the work package runs from Monday to Sunday. In the colored row, you can see the percentage value for all allocations. So in this week, this person is already allocated to projects with 17% of its capacity. And this results from both the resource allocation I just entered and the fact that the person has been allocated to other projects at the same time. This allows you to quickly determine whether the person still has capacity and can be assigned to our project or is already overbooked by other projects. You can modify these generated weekly values by double-clicking them if, for example, you know that there is a 2-day workshop scheduled for the first week and you want to allocate exactly 16 hours to it. Any manual changes here are indicated by an underscore. The remaining hours, so the planned 30 hours minus the fixed 16 hours just entered, will be evenly distributed over the work package's duration again. If a work package is rescheduled or shortened, the system automatically adjusts all subsequent resource data, so the user doesn't need to worry about it. This view here only shows data of the selected work package. If you want to get an overview of the resource situation across the entire project, you can access the Resources section in the project menu. Here we see the resources used in the Gantt chart along with their team structure. To the right, we have the resource allocation displayed in a weekly grid, just like the view shown below the Gantt chart. So at a glance, we can see the utilization of all resources required in our project over the entire project duration. It's important to note that the filter Show Cross-Project Overall Utilization is also activated, which loads allocations to other projects as well. When you select a row, all the detailed data related to it is displayed, so we can find out which projects and work packages the resource is allocated to. The sum of weekly hours in the lower list contributes to the percentage value in the upper weekly column. Similar to the Gantt chart, the weekly values here can also be adjusted. However, this can only be done for your own project, not for rows from other projects, as those might be managed by a different project manager. In addition to this view, which displays only the resources from your own project, there are comprehensive views spanning all teams and employees. These can be found in the Portfolio Resources section. I'll provide a brief overview without going into detail for each form. In the Portfolio section, there is the Overview form, which is identical in structure to the Project Resource form, but it displays all resources and not just those from a single project. Furthermore, there's the Graphical Overview, where data can be grouped, filtered, and represented in charts as needed. Here, it's easy to view a chart per team, with each bar corresponding to the projects assigned to that team. Or you can filter for an individual team and display all the employees within it as a chart, showing the projects to which each person is allocated. This allows for quick identification of utilization peaks for proactive management. All these valuable insights are based on the simple inputs we make per work package in the Gantt chart. Therefore, it's crucial to ensure this is carried out for as many projects as possible. This automatically provides a valuable overview of the overall resource situation within the company.